Jai Hind, dear children, welcome to today's class. In the previous chapter, we have discussed about the areas of plane figures like rectangle, square, circle, etc. Isn't it? And now you know the area of a plane figure is the region enclosed by its boundaries. Today, we are moving to our next chapter, surface areas and volumes. You are familiar with the terms surface areas and volume. You have started studying this from class 8 onwards, isn't it? These terms are associated with our solid shapes, that is 3D shapes like cuboid, cube, cylinders, cone, sphere and hemisphere. What is surface area of a solid shape? The sum of the areas of all the faces of the solid shape is called its total surface area, and we are saying it as TSA. And what is lateral surface area? It is the surface area of all the sides excluding the base and top faces. Okay children? Now what is volume of a solid shape? It is the amount of space occupied by a solid object. Or we can say in other words, if we have a container type solid shape, we can say its volume as its capacity. See children, this is an example for cuboid. Okay, as you know, cuboid has 6 faces, top and bottom, then 4 side faces, isn't it? So, for total surface area, we have to consider the area of all these 6 faces. All are rectangular shape, isn't it? So, we have to consider the area of all the 6 faces to get total surface area. Okay, then we have discussed lateral surface area. What is meant by lateral surface area? Lateral surface area means we have to consider the areas of only side faces. Okay, we should not take the areas of top and bottom. So, for lateral surface area, we have to consider the 4 faces. These 2 faces and these 2 side faces. Okay. So, the lateral surface area is the area of these 4 side faces. Okay children. So, for cuboid, it is all the 4 sides are rectangles. Okay. But for some shapes, the side faces will be curved surface, isn't it? See, this is a cylindrical shape object. So here top and bottom circular shape. The side face is curved face, isn't it? So we will call this as side face as curved surface. Okay. So here if the object is of this shape, cylindrical shape or conical shape, we will call the side faces as a curved surface. So its area we will name as curved surface area. Okay children, lateral surface area otherwise called curved surface area. Okay. You have seen the definition of volume, isn't it? What is it? It is the space occupied by an object. So when we consider this cuboid, how much space it is occupying, that is called volume. See, this cuboid is taking this much length, this much breadth and this much height in this space. So that space we are calling as volume. But when we have the object like this, if it is a container type object, okay, so if it is like this, we can call the volume as its capacity. Okay, its capacity can be referred as volume of the container. Okay, children? Now, let's recall the formulae for finding surface areas and volumes of these solid shapes. See, children, you have to write all these formulae in your note. And you have to study all these formulae because you need all these in the remaining part of this chapter. Okay, children? I am not giving more explanation on this formulae since you have studied all in lower classes, isn't it? But you have to study, write and study. But don't get confused. You have to be thorough with each and every formula. Children, in our day-to-day life, we come across a number of solid shapes made up of combinations of two or more of basic shapes like cube, cuboid, cylinder, etc. Isn't it? For example, you have seen test tube in your science lab. It is the combination of a cylinder and a hemisphere. Did you notice that? Now onwards, whenever you see an object, you should identify the different solid shapes in it. Okay, children? Consider this test tube. If you want to find out its surface area or its capacity, you should know the method. In this chapter, we are going to discuss how to find out surface areas and volume of such objects. If you have more shapes in an object, to get the surface area of the object, we have to add the sum of the areas of all the faces visible to us. Now let's move on to problems on combination of solid shapes. Two cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So what is given in the question? There are two cubes. Okay. So you know what is a cube. And here you can see two cubes. And they are joined end to end. So we have to join two cubes like this. See, these are two cubes. Okay, children? And what is given? We have to join end to end. So we are joining the one end of this cube and another end of this cube. So when we join like this, what we are getting? What we are getting? A cuboid. Isn't it? Cuboid. Did you see? So it is asked to find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So you have seen when we join these two cubes like this, we are getting a cuboid. We have to find out the surface area of the cuboid. Okay. So here to find out the surface area of the cuboid, you know the formula. What is surface area of a cuboid formula? Surface area of cuboid. What is the formula? 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Okay. So we need length of this cuboid and breadth of the cuboid and height of the cuboid. We need all the three dimensions of this cuboid. So how can we say length, breadth and height of this cuboid? So this is our cuboid. Isn't it? New cuboid. So how will we get the length of this cuboid? This is the length. How will we get the length of this cuboid? We should get the edge of this cube and edge of this cube. And both are of same volume. Isn't it? So it is given each of are having same volume. That means their edges are with same measurement. So, to get the length of this cuboid and height of this cuboid and to get breadth of this cuboid, we have to get the measurement of edge of the cube. Okay, we should get the edge of this cube. So, if we are getting this measurement, we can say the length of the cube and the height and breadth of the cube. So, how will we get the measurement of one edge of the cube? Is it given? No. For that, what is given? Volume is given. So, from the volume of a cube, how will we get edge of this cube? What is the formula for volume of a cube? So, we know that volume of cube is equal to, what is the formula? A cube, isn't it? So, A cube is given as 64 centimeter cube. So, A cube is 64 centimeter cube. So, how will you get A from this? Yes, we have to take the cube root. So, we have to take cube root on both sides. So, when we take cube root of A cube, we will get A. And here also we have to take cube root of 64. How will you get cube root of 64? We know cube root of 64 because it is 4 into 4 into 4 is 64. Isn't it? 4 into 4 into 4 is 64. 4 into 4 16. 16 into 4 is 64. So what is cube root of 64? It is 4 centimeter. Volume is given in centimeter cube. So A is equal to side of edge of the cube is 4 centimeter. So what we can say? You know all the edges are with same measurement because it is a cube. So if this is 4 centimeter, everywhere it is 4 centimeter. Isn't it? Length, breadth and everything 4 centimeter. Now what is this length of this cuboid? So this is 4 and this edge is also 4 because both the cubes are having same volume. So both the edges will be same. Okay. Now what is the height of this? Height is also 4 centimeter and breadth is also 4 centimeter. Isn't it? So we got the dimensions of this cuboid, resulting cuboid. See, when we find out the surface area of a solid shape, we have to find out the total area of all the visible surfaces. Okay, all the visible surfaces. See, don't think that surface area of the cuboid will be surface area of this cube plus surface area of this cube. Don't think like that. What are the faces we can see, only that much faces area we have to consider. So this is a cuboid and now we can find out area of this surface area of this cuboid by using the formula. Okay, so what is length of this cuboid? Length is equal to 4 plus 4, isn't it? 4 plus 4, 8 centimeter. Then what is breadth? Breadth is same as the breadth of this cube. Okay, then what is height? Height is also the same height, 4 centimeter. So we got all the dimensions of this cuboid. Now we can find out surface area. So surface area of cuboid equal to 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. It is 2 into, what is L? 8 centimeter. 8 into 4 plus BH. 4 into 4 plus LH is 8 into 4. Okay, it is equal to 2 into 32 plus 16 plus 32. Okay, it is 2 multiplied by, what is 32 plus 16 plus 32? 32 plus 32, 64. 64 plus 16, what is it? 80. Isn't it? So 2 into 80 is 160. And what is the unit? Unit of area? Centimeter square. So this is the answer. Resulting cuboid surface area is 160 centimeter square. And one more thing, some of you may have doubt why I join like this only. Okay, if you are joining like this, the length will be 8 centimeter. So if you want, you can join this like this also. Okay, then height will increase. Okay, then height will be 4 plus 4. Only one dimension will change. Okay, so the answer is 160 centimeter square. Children, you will get the same answer in both the cases. Okay. Now, do you know why I said no to add the surface areas of these two cubes separately? So, you can find out the surface area of this cube because we know that edge of this cube, and you can find out a surface area of this cube itself also. So, you may think why we can't add these two surface areas to get the resulting surface area. But you have to know, you should notice one thing. When we join these two cubes, see now one face from this cube and one face from second cube are not visible to us. And you have to remember one thing. Whenever you find the total surface area of a solid shape, we have to consider only the dimensions of the visible faces, only the areas of visible faces. That's why we can't add the surface areas of these two cubes separately. Okay, children? See, children, this is one of the two methods. Okay, so we can have one more method to find out the surface area of the resulting cuboid. See, when we join these two cubes like this face of from this first cube and this face from this second cube are not visible to us, isn't it? So, by avoiding these two faces in this cube, we can see 5 faces in the resulting cuboid, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 faces are visible in the resulting cuboid. So, what is the area of one face? It is square. So, area is A square, isn't it? If the side is A. So, how many faces are visible in the resulting cuboid? 5 faces. So, what is the total area of these 5 faces? 5A square. So, from this first cube, 5 faces are visible in the resulting cuboid. So, 5 faces area is 5A square. Okay. In the second cube also, one face is not visible. Remaining 5 faces are visible. So, we can have the 5 faces area as 5A square. So, what is the area? What is the total? It is 10A square. Okay. So, here A is 4. Isn't it? Edge is 4. So, we can find out the resulting cuboid's surface area by using this formula also. So, 10A square means 10 into 10A square equal to 10 into our A is 4, 4 square. So, what is it? So, 10 into 16, the answer will be 160 60 centimeter square. So this also can be applied for this question. Is it clear, children? Next question is, a vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. The diameter on of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter and the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Find the inner surface area of the vessel. So did you get the questions, children? A vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere. Here we have a hollow hemisphere and it is mounted by a hollow cylinder. That means above the hollow hemisphere we have a cylinder. Okay. So the diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter. So diameter of the hemisphere. So here we have the hemisphere and the diameter is given as 14 centimeter. So what is its radius? It is 7 centimeter. Okay. So radius of hemisphere is equal to 7 centimeter. Okay. Then the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. The vessel is a combination of hemisphere and a cylinder, hollow cylinder. The total height is 13 centimeter. That means from here to here. Okay. From here to here, it is 13 centimeter. Together, the height is 13 centimeter. Okay. What is to be found? We have to find out the inner surface area of the vessel. Okay. So, let me show one thing. See, consider this as a hemisphere. Okay. See, with my limited facilities, I am showing this. I don't have an original hemisphere. So, I took half of our coconut shell as hemisphere just to show and just to make you understand. Okay. So, on this hemisphere, we have a cylinder like this. Do you know what is this? This is our 7-Up bottle. Okay. So, it is figure is like this. Bottom hemisphere and on the top of the hemisphere we have cylinder. Okay. We have to find out the inner surface area. See, what are the inner surfaces? What all surfaces we can see? See, you can see the inner surface of this cylinder. Isn't it? It is curved surface, so it is inner curved surface of this cylinder we can see. Then down we can see the inner surface of the hemisphere. Isn't it? So to get the total inner surface area, we have to add this inner CSA of the cylinder plus inner CSA of the hemisphere. Okay. So you know how to find out CSA of cylinder and CSA of a hemisphere. There is no difference between inner surface area CSA and outer surface area. We have to consider only the CSA of hemisphere and CSA of this cylinder. Okay, children. So what we have to find out? To find out the inner surface area, of vessel can be found by adding CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere. Okay, children? Okay. So what is CSA of cylinder? What is the formula? CSA of cylinder? It is 2 pi r h. Okay. Plus CSA of hemisphere. What is it? 2 pi r square. Can we write r in both places? Are they equal? Yes, here for cylinder and hemisphere, same radius, isn't it? So, we can use same letter R for both the radius. Both are having same radius, we can understand from the figure itself. Okay, so now we can have the common factor outside. So, 2 common, pi common, then R common. Then here what is remaining? H plus here 2 we have taken, pi we have taken, 1 r we have taken. So remaining r. Okay. So what is the radius of cylinder? That also you should know. Radius of cylinder also 7 centimeter. Okay. This is 7. So here also 7. Okay. Now what is this H? Height of the cylinder, isn't it? What is the height of the cylinder? Can we take this 13 centimeter as height of the cylinder? No, because 13 is the total height of the vessel. So how will you get height of the cylinder? We have to consider only this much. Okay, this much is height of the cylinder. From here to here it is 30. Okay, here also total 30. But we need the height of only the cylinder. How will you get? If this radius is 7, this is also radius of this hemisphere. Isn't it? So that is also 7. This portion is also 7. Okay. So how will you get this much height of the cylinder? Height of the cylinder is equal to height of cylinder equal to total 13 minus we have to subtract the 7. Okay children, what is it? 6 centimeter. So we got all the dimensions for substituting in the formula. So it is equal to 2 into pi, we can give 22 by 7 into what is r? 7. Then inside the bracket, what is h? Height of the cylinder. H refers to height of the cylinder. 6 plus r is 7. Okay. So now simplification. 7 and 7 we can cancel. Okay. What is remaining? 2 into 22 into 13. Okay. What is it? 2 into 22, 44. 44 into 13, 12. Here 13, 4, 4. Okay. What is it? 2, 7, 5. Okay children. So what is the answer? 572 centimeter square. Okay. So here first of all you have to understand, to get the required area what all we have to add. Here we have to add CSA of cylinder and CSA of hemisphere. No need to do this separately. Okay. If you are doing separately, calculation will be tough. Because if you are writing like this together, we can take the common factor outside and the calculation will be easy for you. Okay, did you understand? A cubical block of side 7 cm is surmounted by a hemisphere. What is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? Find the surface area of the solid. So what is given? A cubical block of side 7 cm. So side is 7 cm. It is surmounted by a hemisphere. Surmounted by a hemisphere means on the top of the cube we have a hemisphere. So if we are keeping like this, if we are keeping a hemisphere like this, what is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? See children, a cubical block of side 7 cm is surmounted by a hemisphere like this. Okay. Okay. And here the question is, what is the greatest possible diameter of this hemisphere? Okay. So, is this hemisphere fit for this face? No, because we can have some more larger hemisphere with some more larger diameter. Isn't it? That is the first question. What is the greatest possible diameter of the hemisphere? What will be the greatest possible diameter? We can have this much as diameter. Isn't it? What is the edge of this cube? That much diameter we can have for this hemisphere. Okay, children. Now, the question is, if we are keeping a hemisphere like this, see here you can see it is somewhat fitting the face of this cube, isn't it? So what is the greatest possible diameter of this hemisphere? Yes, it is equal to the edge of this cube. We got the diameter of the hemisphere which is mounted on this cube. Okay, so what is the diameter? The diameter is equal to side of this cube. Okay, so diameter of hemisphere equal to 7 centimeter, which is equal to the side of the cube. Greatest possible diameter of the hemisphere is 7 centimeter. Now what is the question? Find the surface area of the solid. We have to find out the total surface area of the solid. See, let me show that solid once again. This is our solid. Okay, children? So, surface area of a solid. You should understand one thing. We have to find out the total sum of all the areas visible to us. So, what will be the total surface area of this resulting solid? Okay, so we can see the area of all these lateral faces, then this bottom face, then here you can see some portions on the top face, and then CSA of this hemisphere. Okay, so the total surface area of this solid is the sum of all these areas of visible faces. Okay. Now, how will we take the area of all the visible faces? Okay. So, here when we consider this cube, what is its total surface area? It is 6a square. Isn't it? Then, when we keep this hemisphere on this, some portion on the top face is not visible. How much portion is not visible? How much portion? Yes, it is the base area of this hemisphere. This much area, base area of this hemisphere is not visible from the top surface of the cube. Okay, so when we consider the total surface area of the resulting solid, we have to remove that much portion, that base area, from the total area of this cube. Then we have to add this CSA. This is also visible to us. Okay, children. So what is the total surface area of this resulting solid? How will we get? TSA of solid is equal to TSA of cube. From the TSA of cube, how much is not visible? Base area of the hemisphere is not visible. This much portion is not visible. So that we have to remove from the total surface area of the cube. So minus base area of hemisphere, then plus, so curved surface area of hemisphere also we can see. Okay, children. So area of the solid is TSA of the cube minus base area of the hemisphere, then plus CSA of the hemisphere. Now we have to check whether we have all the dimensions for this. What is TSA? How will you get TSA of cube? TSA of the cube is formula 6a square minus. What is base area of hemisphere? Base area is a circular shape, isn't it? What is its area? Area of circle is pi r square. Then plus. Now we can see CSA of hemisphere. What is CSA of hemisphere? That is 2 pi r square, isn't it? So this is our formula. So don't go for separate calculation. Now before subtracting, you can check this step. See, here we have minus pi r square, and here we have plus 2 pi r square. So minus pi r square plus 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square minus pi r square is plus pi r square. So the formula becomes 6a square plus pi r square. Now we can substitute the values. What is a here? A means side of the cube. That is how much? A is equal to 7 centimeter. Then pi r square is the radius of this hemisphere. What is it? The greatest diameter we can have is 7 centimeter. So what is the radius? Radius is 7 by 2 centimeter. Okay, children. Now 6 into 7 into 7 plus 22 by 7 into r square. 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Now 6 into 7 into 7. 7 into 7, 49. 49 into 6 is 294. You have to do the calculation in your working column. Plus, then what we can do? Cancellation. 7, 7 cancel. Then 2 and 22. 11. Okay. So, remaining 77 by 2 equal to 294 plus 77 by 2 is 38.5. Okay. So when we add 294 plus 38.5, 5, 2, here 3, then 3. Okay. So what is the answer? 332.5. 5 centimeter square. So you have to remember in all questions of surface area, when we find out the surface area of the solid, we have to take the area of all the visible surfaces. Okay, children? Now you can see the homework questions. There are 3 extra questions and 1 question from the textbook itself. Okay, children? Do it as early as possible and submit to your concerned teacher. Thank you.